Hey folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. It's been 10 days since I captured this swarm on May 4th. Need to get in there and see if we can find signs of a queen. I went through it a little bit last night. It was too late in the evening and there were too many bees in there, so I couldn't see a queen for sure, and I didn't see any eggs. I went through the top deep, but I didn't get into the bottom. It was just too full. I have put a honey super on the top to give them a little more space. It's just unbelievable how many bees are in that. So I'm really wondering if this swarm came from one of my hives, because there's too many bees for the amount of box space. That, or it's maybe two swarms that combined. I don't know. But man, that hive is packed with bees. So let's get in there and see if we can find signs of a queen and figure out what we need to do with it next. I'm curious to see how many bees are staying up in this honey super, and if they're drawing any of it out yet. It's only been on there 2 days. So there are some bees sitting on the wax. And I don't know if they're drawing that out yet or not. I can't tell that they are, but there's bees up on there. So yesterday evening this super was, I'd say, 80% full of bees. So it's not near as packed as it was in the evening. I'm going to do a quick inspection on this top deep. I'm just going to be kind of watching for a queen and eggs. So most of this is nectar here. There's still a lot of bees on this frame. Hard to see. The smoker's about to gas me. This frame is really heavy, so it's like completely full of nectar. A lot of drones on there. Another fairly heavy frame. This frame is right next to the donor frame of brood, that black one there. And I believe this was a empty frame. So they've drawn this out in 10 days. There's quite a few empty cells on here, but there's no eggs in them. So this was the donor frame of brood right here, this plastic. It's mostly capped off. A lot of those capped cells are elongated like they're drones. This was a brand new empty frame here, which they've got it drawn out about halfway. No eggs. Some little queen cups on here with nothing in them. So this frame is a prime frame for a queen to lay on. And I believe this one was the other donor brood frame. Yep, it's a lot of capped brood on here. No eggs, no queen. This frame's fairly heavy, so it's probably mostly nectar. There's a lot of empty cells in the center of this frame, but no eggs. All nectar. So this was a new frame on the edge of the hive, the 10th frame, and they are drawing it out. So it takes a really strong hive to draw out a number 1 and a number 10 frame from a blank. Okay, let's get into this bottom deep and see what we find down there. This is interesting here. So there is a ball of bees right there. I'm suspecting that may be an extra queen in there and they're killing it. That or it's maybe a wasp. Just going to try and get my queen clip around this and slowly close it and see what we catch in there. So I moved over here away from the mass of bees, so maybe we can see what's in here. Trying to see if there's a queen in there. I don't see one. None of those even look like a virgin queen, so that was weird. Unless I missed it when I squeezed there and it went on down. But these are all worker bees. Okay. Back to the task at hand. Man, tell me there ain't a lot of bees in this hive. My goodness. And this is prime foraging time, so all your field bees aren't even in here now, except the ones that are in here dumping off their loads. So this is a brand new frame being drawn out. This is a brand new frame. They're drawing it and filling it with nectar. This has a lot of old comb on it. Sometimes those queens will like that old comb, but I don't see her there. This is naturally drawn comb with no foundation. No eggs. That's a good laying frame there. No queen. Let's check the other side. This is a brand new frame that's being drawn out. So this is a brand new frame being drawn out as well. When I pull this up, it's just a huge biomass of bees just fall off. Looking for a queen in here. There's so many bees, it's impossible. That's why I'm going so slow. There's another tight ball right there. Actually, that's right below where I had that clip and tried to catch that. And there's a queen in that. Right here. So we may have queens fighting it out right here. She's stinging. So let me see if I can get this on video for you. So there is at least one queen in this ball right here, and she was stinging, and I couldn't, it looked to me like she was stinging a drone, but that wouldn't be the case. As soon as I see her, I'll point her out. Or a queen. Well, they're wound up tight around whatever it is. I mean, it's a queen. How many are in there is what the question is. There's the queen right there. I can't tell if there's two of them. I'm just seeing one. So they're killing it. So I'm going to go ahead and catch her. So I've got her in there. I'm going to set her aside in the shade. And I don't see any other queens in that location. So that's probably what I saw up on top, and I just missed her when I grabbed it with the queen clip. So that's what you call balling a queen. They were balling her up, suffocating her, killing her. So that's not the queen that they've accepted. There's another one in here. Oh my goodness. So I really need to find another queen. That's just a bunch of bees hanging out. That's an undrawn frame. It's not this year's and they're not touching it, so I may need to pull this out and replace it and coat it with wax. Looks like they're drawing out this side a little bit. Last frame. So if there's a queen on here, she's not interested in doing any laying yet. She's just hanging out. So it's just a huge mass of bees on an empty frame. Okay, I'm going to take this frame of bees that was out on the edge and maybe another one. I'm going to make another nuke right next to this, and I'm going to see if I can bank that queen that I just caught in that clip into a nuke. So I don't really want to create another colony. I just want to bank that queen, and if I need to use her later. So hopefully she'll go out and mate and come back, and I'll just set her in the hive in that clip, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to put this back in the hive for now and go get a nuke box. I think all I've got left is cardboard nuke boxes. Okay, here's our nuke box. Grab this frame again. Looking for a queen is what I'm doing, which it's pretty unlikely one will be on this frame. There's no comb on it. All right, I'm satisfied. So I'm going to get one of the brood frames from over here and put in here. And I'm going to look on here very carefully, very closely for a queen. So I'm basically making a split here. But it's just to save that queen, the one they were killing. Okay, there's no queen on this frame. Just making double sure. Okay, I need to go get some more frames to replace these that I've taken out. And I need to get a frame of a comb in here. And I need to get that queen in here. Okay, gonna go get some frames. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. Got us 4 frames. This one's got some pollen on it, so I'm gonna put it in the nuke. So that'll leave 3 frames in here and fill this one back up. So they're still trying to kill this queen. So I'm going to take her out and take her up to the house and try and get her into a queen cage and get some attendants in there with her and just feed her some sugar water drops to keep her going, because this isn't going to work. So what's going to happen is this needs to be queenless for a while before they'll accept a queen. Then I can put her in there. So I need to get this away from her, or this hive. So right now, this is just a queenless split. There's nothing in there for them to make a queen with, and that's okay. I want them to be queenless. I'm going to try and bank that queen, feed her sugar drops in a queen cage for a while. Keep her in there for a couple days, then I'll introduce her in here and see if they'll accept her. So I'm going to put all this back together. Okay, so what did we figure out? This giant swarm hive has accepted a queen. We didn't find her. They had a queen in there they were killing. I captured that queen. I tried to put her into this nuke, small split off of here. They didn't accept her yet either, which that's normal. They need to be without a queen for a while, and then we'll put that queen in there and they'll accept her. So we need to come back into this hive next week and check it and look for eggs. So the fact there were no eggs in here, that tells me this swarm queen was a bunch of queens, and it was cast queens that came from swarm cells. It wasn't a laying queen that stopped laying and swarmed. So I pulled all those queens out that I think I did and found them and made all these splits. So some of those queens that came out of the swarm cells, they created that massive swarm. That or it came from somewhere else. I can't see any hives in here that have like small activity on any of the big ones. They're all still going pretty good. So I don't know where it came from. But that's it for now. I might look through some of these nukes and see if they're queenless, but last I checked they were okay, and put that queen into that. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I've got too many hives. That makes 30, and I have a hard time keeping up with 20. So let alone if any swarms show up. I guess if they do, I'll just wave bye to them. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Give me a thumbs up if you would, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.